It's been a while. Sorry to everyone who subscribes, who has missed me. I know my brother uploaded a few, but I had a move in my life. I moved houses and I had leave and a bunch of other stuff going on. So here I am. It's been a while, but I'm back, and I got some good news, some good and bad news, but we'll talk through it for a little bit. The best news is that I moved. Now I have a little garage, covered garage, where I can keep most of my stuff, so I'm no longer working at a tent, a little more adult-ish, if you will. And let's get to the not so bad news, depending on where you feel about some of our project vehicles. So I'll get right to it. I traded the J20, the 12.0 Cummins 5-speed 1979 Jeep J20. I traded it. I just didn't quite fit in it, like literally in the cab. I didn't quite fit in it, and that was just the driving factor, and that was enough for me to say no more for the J20. I was selling or trading, and I found a trade for. I kind of gave the guy the better end of the deal, but at the end of the day, it's fine. It's fine. I'm only staying on a little bit from it. But I traded for a 1979 Jeep CJ5 on 42s with 1 tons, well 3/4 tons from a 2500, like, you know, a Dana 60 and a Dana 44 front from a 2500. So traded it. I was gonna wheel with that, have a good time with that, just make that just an absolute cheap fun rig. And it turns out, being 6'5", you don't really fit in CJ5s either. I only had 7s, never had a 5. Didn't know it was that big of a difference. It is. So that got traded off. Well, not traded off. That is now being decided upon its fate by being parted out. So all these videos running on the side, this is just kind of a lot of footage I had of things I was doing, things I want to make a video of, but then wasn't too satisfied with it, and there's always next step. And I don't like making videos of just, you know, short things. I'd rather be a lot in one video packed into it. So here's some footage of the CJ5 and me fixing it, putting the tires on, you know, this the general usual stuff. But back to what's going forward with that CJ5 is I'm parting it out. The CJ5 body I'm selling, and the tires and everything else that I don't need, I'm selling just because, you know, I don't need it. And at the end of the day, I have a 2018 GMC Sierra. That's my daily driver tow vehicle. I'm trying to narrow down all the projects I have. So buy my CJ5 body, and the only thing I'm keeping off that is going to be the steering and the axles and the frame. So why would I keep the steering axle and the frame, you might ask? It's because I bought a 1938 Jeep. I'm too used to having Jeeps. I bought a 38 Chevy sedan. I like rat rods. It's more of a style. It's more unique. You can kind of do whatever you want on them. I picked up a 38 Chevy from a guy who runs a 38 Chevy as a track car, so he has 3 of them, and he sold me one for $500. It's a roller. It's got a frame. It's got a rear axle. It's got steering. It's got the skins that are in fairly good condition. It's enough to build a cage around, support it. It's enough to make it work for the project. Before I get any further on that, though, I think we should cut right to my reaction after buying it, because I was a little hyper. I was a little stoked. I have not been this excited about buying a project in a while. I really think this one's going to be a fun one. I'm excited. $500. Picked up a 38 Chevy body. There she is, babe, in the background. How we feeling? How we feeling, Kaiser? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling good about the purchase? Yeah, we're feeling good about the purchase. And that puts us back here in the pseudo workshop garage area. Oh wait, I got lights. But pseudo workshop garage area, you know? Good enough for me, and a lot better than what it was. So this whole workshop area is, you know, covered. Nothing can get in there. No rain ever gets to it, so it's a lot. It's a lot better than a Harbor Freight tent, which is all that you can really account for. Also, in the back, you can see my electric fence runs right up to it, so that Kaiser can just sit there and stare at me nonstop the whole day. It's quite annoying, but is what it is. Is what it is. Let's cover that up. Whoa! Here's what's left of the 79 CJ5. I know. It's missing a little bit of it. It's not quite drivable right now, but it's driving up. Those I put those over where I'm working. That's it. That's my work lights. Perfect, right? Anyways, yeah. It's got a Buick 225 T86 combination. That's gonna get yanked out, stuck on that pallet until someone comes and picks it up. And yeah, It is not the best, not the worst, but it is definitely usable. The frame's in good condition, and that's all that really counts. And the axles roll on, they're geared, and you know, good enough for me. This sweet little frame axle combination is going to get relieved of all of its old CJ life, and also this house is condemned, so I get their garage too, and I get their backyard space. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I have cars in my backyard. People are gonna get mad at me. There's the rear end of the 38. You guys already saw snippets of it on the footage of picking it up. There she is. Let's get low. Let's get low. There's the 38. Like I said, the outside's in pretty good condition. Not the best, but definitely workable when the final product comes into play. Everything's gonna be roll cage and gusseted, or not gusseted. Everything's gonna be roll cage and tied together, the cage and the subframe for support. So as long as the skins are in place, that's all that really counts. Workable, workable, workable. The best part is it's a legit 1938 Chevy sedan, all steel, and that's really what counts. That's really what I was looking for in that project. So, but yeah, those are my life updates, the new project, and like I said, I am extremely excited for this one. All of it's gonna fall together, I think, right into place. Believe it or not, the frames actually somewhat line up with the 38 and the CJ5 because of width and the little hoop in the back, so it all kind of lines up, but it's definitely modifiable to make work and be structurally sound. It's going to be a pre-runner-esque build. I saw one picture on Pinterest of a 32 Dodge that some guys built, but I can't find out who did it, so don't copyright me, don't hate me, but that's a picture of it. That's kind of like motivation-esque for what I want to go for with this build, you know. Linked 1-ton running gear, LS, I know, but probably a 5.3 LS and a 4L60 just because it's easy and it's available near me, and it'll scoot the 38 on this frame and axles. So I think that's going to be kind of like the precursor. Full cage, you know, Bintech cage. We're going to do a full cage, full custom suspension, and then we're just going to stab an LS in it. And you know what? It's going to be a fun 4x4 hot rod, and that's the goal. That's the goal. That is the goal, and like, I am excited. I am extremely excited, and it's going to be a very fun time. So thank you for watching, guys. That's the update. That's the introduction to the 38 Chevy project, and you know what? It's going to be a good new year. It's going to be a very good new year for Legacy 4x4.